Welcome back to TDWP, everyone. Jennifer here, and I've got a question that's been on my mind, one that I think touches just about all of us, especially lately. What do you do when the very systems you've learned to rely on, the structures you've built your life around, start to shift? Not a sudden collapse necessarily, but a gradual, almost imperceptible change through policy, language, interpretation. It's unsettling, isn't it?
It absolutely is, Jennifer. Sam here, and that question hits home for so many people. I mean, you see it in the news, in daily conversations, even in our personal finances. Things just feel a little less predictable. And your point about it being gradual? That's what's so insidious. It's like the water temperature slowly rising. You don't notice it until you're uncomfortable, or worse.
Exactly. And what's the typical human response? The knee-jerk reaction? Most people, myself included at times, we respond emotionally. We get loud, we argue, we scroll endlessly, we react. And while a reaction might release some pressure in the moment, it rarely, if ever, builds actual lasting protection.
That's a powerful distinction. Releasing pressure versus building protection. I think that's where a lot of our collective energy gets misdirected. We're so busy reacting to every headline, every political tweet, every change, that we don't step back and ask what we're actually accomplishing long term.
Precisely. So I want to offer a different posture today, a different way of thinking about this uncertainty. When the environment becomes uncertain, the most intelligent response isn't panic, it's construction. It's about asking yourself, what can I build right now, today, that doesn't depend entirely on the stability of external systems?
Construction. I love that. It's so proactive. It shifts the entire mindset from feeling like a victim of circumstances to an architect of your own future, or your community's future. Because if you're waiting for things to get back to normal, you might be waiting a very long time, or for a normal that never returns.
That's it. That question, what can I build? It changes everything. Because once you ask it, you stop waiting for conditions to magically improve. Instead, you start strengthening your own position within those existing conditions. You shift from thinking in terms of sentiment, like, I hope things get better, to thinking in terms of structure. How can I make things better for myself and my peoples?
Structure over sentiment. That's a mantra right there. It's about being pragmatic, isn't it? Not ignoring the challenges, but channeling that energy into something tangible. But how does one even begin to build such a structure when the scale of the shifting systems feels so enormous? It can feel overwhelming.
That's where the concept of the West Philadelphia Billionaire Society, or WPBS, becomes more than just an idea. It becomes a really practical response to that feeling of vulnerability. At its core, WPBS is about coordinated ownership. It's people deciding, together, to create economic stability that isn't easily disrupted by political changes or institutional inconsistencies. Think about it. Political climates shift all the time. Laws are debated, reinterpreted, sometimes even reversed. But ownership? Ownership operates differently.
Ownership operates differently. That resonates. When you own something, when you have collective control over capital, over enterprise, over distribution, you gain a level of continuity that policy alone can't guarantee. It's like having your own ship in a stormy sea, rather than just clinging to the mast of someone else's. But billionaire society, that sounds like a huge undertaking. How does that translate to a community on the ground?
It's not theory, Sam. It's how every stable community, historically and currently, has functioned. WPBS introduces discipline into that equation. It's not built on sudden wealth or individual luck, though those are great when they happen. It's built on consistent, collective participation. We're talking about a large group of people committing to small, sustained contributions. And the outcome of that isn't small. It's scalable, it's strategic, and it's capable of producing real infrastructure.
So like pooling resources to start businesses within the community, creating services that circulate value internally, instead of relying on external businesses that might pull out, or external job markets that fluctuate.
Exactly. Imagine an entire neighborhood or a segment of a city where a significant portion of the essential services, grocery stores, laundromats, childcare, even manufacturing, are collectively owned and operated by the residents themselves. The profits stay in the community. The jobs are created within. The decisions are made by those who are directly impacted. That's the vision for WPBS. It's about taking that power back, not through protest, but through strategic ownership.
That's incredible. It flips the script on what wealth really means for a community. It's not about a few individuals becoming billionaires, but the collective wealth of the community growing stronger and more self-sufficient. That builds a kind of economic firewall against external shocks, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It creates a robust internal economy. But here's the thing, and this is crucial: economics alone isn't enough. A community can generate wealth and still remain deeply vulnerable if it lacks a stable sense of identity. And that's where Not Who We Are, or NWWA, enters the conversation.
So this is about the internal game, rather than just the external structure. You're saying even with all that economic power, if the people themselves don't have a strong, clear sense of who they are, it can still crumble.
Precisely. NWWA addresses something less visible but equally, if not more, important. It challenges the internal narratives that shape how people see themselves. Because if a group internalizes limitation or doubt or distortion, if they believe the negative labels placed upon them, they will inevitably underutilize even the most abundant resources they have. It's a self-sabotage mechanism.
I see what you mean. Identity influences behavior. Behavior influences decisions, and those decisions, repeated over time, shape outcomes. So if a community is constantly being told or even believes internally that they're less than, or can't achieve, or don't deserve, then even with the funds from WPBS, they might not make the bold moves or sustain the effort needed.
Exactly. When NWWA rejects those diminishing labels and instead reinforces a clear, grounded sense of identity, an identity rooted in strength, capability, and collective purpose, it's not engaging in abstract philosophy. It's strengthening the psychological foundation required for long-term stability and growth. It's saying we are not what others say we are. We are not defined by our past struggles alone. We are this. We are capable. We are strong.
That's a powerful statement. It's about self-definition and reclaiming the narrative. Because if you don't define yourself, someone else will, and usually not in a way that serves your best interests. So you have WPBS for the economic structure, the tangible building blocks, and then NWWA for the internal engine, the collective spirit and belief.
You got it, Sam. When you place these two together, economic coordination through WPBS and identity clarity through NWWA, you begin to see a more complete model for true resilience. One addresses external positioning, how you stand in the world. The other addresses internal alignment, how you stand within yourself and with each other. And alignment matters so much.
It really does. I can imagine a community that's economically organized but psychologically uncertain would hesitate, would second-guess, would maybe even self-sabotage those economic gains. And conversely, a community that's super confident in its identity but lacks economic structure, they'd struggle to sustain themselves, right? It's like having a great engine but no chassis, or a perfect chassis but no engine.
That's a perfect analogy. But when both are present, when you have that economic structure and that clear, confident identity, the result is true resilience. And resilience, let's be clear, doesn't mean immunity from challenges. The world will still throw curveballs. It means the ability to absorb pressure without losing your direction. It means having options when conditions tighten. It means not being entirely dependent on systems you do not control.
That's the real value right there, having options. Because that's what independence truly boils down to, isn't it? The freedom to choose, the ability to adapt, rather than being forced into a corner by external forces. So instead of constantly asking, will circumstances improve? A more useful question is, am I becoming more prepared?
Exactly. Are you building something that can support you if external conditions fluctuate wildly? Are you actively participating in structures that genuinely increase your stability rather than deepening your dependency? These aren't abstract philosophical concerns, Sam. These are practical decisions that fundamentally shape the quality of life for families, for neighborhoods, for communities over time.
It really makes you think about how we allocate our time and energy, doesn't it? Are we putting it into complaining about the crumbling system, or are we actively putting bricks in place to build a new one, a better one, a more resilient one, for ourselves and for future generations?
That brings me to a closing thought, something I really want everyone to internalize. Security is rarely, if ever, something that is just handed to you in a lasting way. It's usually something that is meticulously built, consistently maintained, and fiercely protected through intentional, collective action. If you identify vulnerabilities, the answer isn't simply to point them out repeatedly. The answer is to construct safeguards.
Construct safeguards. I love that. It's so empowering. It's moving beyond observation to direct, impactful action. And it feels like WPBS represents one form of that safeguard, that economic shield, and NWWA represents another, the shield of identity and self-belief.
Together, they offer a powerful way to move from mere awareness into concrete action, from just concern into tangible structure. The question isn't whether the world will change, it absolutely will. It always has, and it always will. The real question is whether you are positioning yourself and your community in a way that allows you to remain stable, to remain resilient, to not just survive but to thrive as it does.
And that's a question we all need to seriously consider. It's about taking responsibility for our own future and our collective future. This has been an incredibly insightful discussion, Jennifer. It gives people not just a problem, but a practical, actionable framework to address it.
Thank you, Sam. If you're ready to explore these concepts further, to dive deeper into building what protects you, I encourage you to visit mx3motivationalbooks.com. There's so much more there for you to explore, to learn, and to start applying in your own life. This is TDWP. Stay aware, stay grounded, and most importantly, make sure you are building something that can truly stand.